Awesome.
Aww. All right. Let's do this.
No, you're crazy, motherfucker.
No, you're crazy. On the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Ilias.
And me, Robert.
Ooh, that's how we should start the episodes, right? Like, say the title and then say the podcast and then be crazy.
Skabbity-bappity-boo.
Babbity-boopity-boppity.
Love it.
Yeah, Italian. Robot talk.
Not racist.
Not racist at all, because they're Italians.
Yeah. The most racist of all.
Exactly. With their bracelets and their
Racy cars.
And nobody listens in Italy.
No.
And if you do, we're fucked.
Grazie.
Nazi. Do they rhyme? Do they rhyme? Is it a coincidence?
Is it a crime if they rhyme?
Busta Rhymes, huh? Okay, we're idiots.
Yeah, we are.
Fine. Let's just put the blame on the Greek and the Swede.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how are you?
I'm good. Apart from the whole dart incident, I do feel.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You
shit.
sucked.
That is definitely a word to describe it. Yeah. I've never ever thrown this bad in my entire life, I think.
Nope. No, last time I did like 11 pre-podcasts, you had at least 4.
Mm-hmm. And today, just nothing.
Zilch.
Yeah.
That's a number.
And it hurts. It actually does. I can feel it.
In your shoulder?
No, bowels. Yeah.
So let's dive into that a bit.
Yeah. No, apart from that, I'm good. I've had a pretty slow week up to the week and the weekend was pretty slow. Nothing is happening ever. Also got to torture Thomas again, which was
I saw it.
Yeah, our faithful Thomas.
I almost wrote to Thomas. I was like, I think he's in love with you and he just wants to hang out with you. He doesn't really want the tattoos. And then it was Thomas's account. So I wrote like half the sentence. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm writing this to Thomas. And then I thought I'll say it in the podcast instead.
Yeah.
Because more fun.
Yeah, that was
weird.
That was weird, but it was also, it was kind of spontaneous to get him in. I originally didn't have anything booked for that Saturday because I'm trying not to book Saturdays anymore because I want to be more of the family man and get more of a weekend. But circumstances and stuff.
Circumcisions.
Yes, many of those, and there we were. It was a good day. And and then today I went to see a movie all by my lonesome that I will be talking a little bit about in the retro. The
Just
movie,
call it out.
Yeah, it's called Bullet Train.
Yeah, it's a train full of bullets.
It is.
And they're trying to bullet their way.
But it's also a bullet train.
Yeah.
In one of those
bullet trains that looks like a bullet.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind
Le
of.
boulet, as they say in French.
Or mullet.
Yeah, or le moulette.
Le moulette.
Le moulette.
Yeah. But that was a good old time. And it really just super nice to go by yourself to the movies. Like that's something that I haven't done in years now. And it just felt amazing to be able to do that once again. And it was a really spontaneous move this morning. So, yeah, I'm happy. I'm patting myself on the back. Good job, Rob.
Self-pat.
Yeah, self-pat. How are you doing, man? Self-pat.
Yeah, self-pat. No, it's like, all in all, it is really good. But in that goodness, it all feels pointless. You know what I mean?
You know, sometimes all that good can be bad or like feel bad.
Feel bad.
It's not bad.
No, it really isn't bad. Like, compared to, I have a hard time. I don't know. I feel a bit down right now. Like I still haven't drawn. I've drawn one thing this year, and it's that the one ink drawing that I've done with the
Olpa.
Olpa and the
creature.
The Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Creature
that's right.
thing.
Yeah,
that is the only thing I've done in nearly 10 months that isn't work.
Yeah, and I just totally feel you.
Yeah, and art just feels pointless right now. So I'm kind of like, my wife hates me right now. I'm exaggerating, but it is still like I just can't find the joy in anything right now.
But don't you feel like that is what it is? Like you feel that she kind of hates you because you're just being a downer?
I'm just being I'm kidding more than I am.
Generalizing, of course.
Yeah.
But you feel like you're kind of a burden because you're so down?
No. Okay. No, don't feel it.
That's just me. That's just me.
I really don't feel that.
No, I just feel like I'm constantly complaining and bitching about everything.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining in that sense.
But that's the thing.
But I get annoyed on small things. I was like, oh, this thing is right here for reasons. Like, like just like pointless things like that.
But do you ever ventilate when you do feel like... Yeah?
Like I said, why is this plate right here?
That's not what I mean. When you do feel down, when it is like, well...
Like in what way would I ventilate? What do you mean? Like
if you're sitting there and you really want to draw and then you just can't get yourself to do it, will you ventilate then and there?
What do you mean, like ventilate? What does that mean to you?
Fuck, I really want to do something, but I can't be fucked doing something. And you say that to wifey or the kid.
Oh, well, maybe not the kids.
Yeah.
Fuck you, kids! Dad was gonna draw, and then no.
Yeah, no, but just
no, of course,
because of course, that's something.
She seen me sit there and just like, and then I was like, this doesn't work. Like I just can't draw.
So what does she do in that situation?
Nothing.
She's
just like, you're an idiot. No,
yeah, okay.
No, she does not. She can't do anything. It's like when I came and met you today, and you were like, it's all mindset, and I was like,
fuck you.
Fuck you in your stupid face.
Yes.
So it doesn't help in that moment, like no matter what she says. That's why I usually do something else, like working out right now I've started working out away from home as well. So that has helped a bit with keeping that motivation up. But training never feels pointless. I might feel unmotivated, but it never feels pointless. Whereas art right now, it feels so pointless.
Yeah.
And there is nothing like I have nothing that I enjoy drawing.
And that you actually hit the nail on the head right there, because I've been trying to put into words what I feel when I'm creating now or forcing myself to do something. But pointless.
Yeah.
It's just like, what's the point? Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this?
I'm just putting like more and more paint on paper, and for what reason?
Yeah.
It's like, it's not making me feel good the way it used to. But you know what?
Let's save this and dive into the episode and then dive into our crazy at the same time.
Yeah,
because it feels like
exactly
this is exactly where it's going. So again, such a bummer start. I didn't want to get there so fast.
Yeah, but that's the episode.
That's the episode, yeah.
Yes.
But thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. I saw that we have 37 reviews on the podcast on
insane.
Spotify, which is nice. Thank you. Yeah, I just noticed today when I was going to share the episode, I was like 37. And we were like 20 something. Yeah. This dick.
Yeah, all that bag of narcissistics.
Bag of narcissistics.
Yeah. Well, I don't go in and check. That's what I want to say.
Yeah. No, but when you share, it's there, like right at the top of the first episode.
And that rhymed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right
Tip at the top.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Share, berate,
rate, and redirect
the podcast to your friends.
All that good stuff. And thank you, Max and Underverket, and everybody that actually supports anything that we do. And intro away! Hey!
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons, even with beards and tattoos. You know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any life. Sketchbook hero.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah, Ilias just got, I don't know, deaf syndrome. Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is, Robert.
And speaking of Max, I got to torture him.
Yes,
And
I
his
saw, and
sister.
his sister.
And her boyfriend.
Why?
All in
No.
one day. Fucking
Very
amazing.
nice.
No, so her boyfriend is father of said
Max,
daughter.
that is her brother.
Of the daughter. The kid that got the
they got the
gift card.
tattoo gift card.
Yeah,
thing,
gift certificate on our 200th
Truth.
episode
I knew that. So
thingy thing. And so it was a big mix-up, and that was actually my bad, so sorry, Robin. But I had booked him in on the last Friday, and well, he had a hard time deciding what he wanted to get as a tattoo. So he wrote me and said, let's just postpone it a bit, and I'll get back to you when I've actually decided on what I want to get. And I interpreted that as he's going to get back to me closer to the date that we booked.
loads, yeah.
So I wrote him the day before, like on the Thursday, and just like, hey man, have you decided what you want to get? It'd be good for me to know if I need to draw something and la la la. Because obviously I wasn't able to book anybody else in because maybe
You
I need the
thought
whole
yeah,
day,
yeah.
maybe I just need an hour, I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't get back to me, and then I sort of double checked a bit, and I actually had his number, so I texted him, and then he got back to me later that night and was like, oh my god, so sorry, this was a big mix-up. I thought we said that we were gonna postpone the
whole
booking
thing, yeah.
So it was definitely my bad.
Yeah.
But he just felt so bad that he was like, oh yeah, but Max and Mira want to do their first tattoos as well. So I'll just think of something, and then we'll all three
show
come.
up.
So we'll
Oh
do
my
like a
God.
full day.
Yeah.
So you get some work. And I'm like, dude, no, you don't have to. Because I
Yeah.
was already like, I'm going to have Friday off. This is amazing. No, then I had to work thrice as hard instead.
Nice. Work.
But
You son of a bitch.
no, he gave me a really cool idea, pretty simple and nice. And then I got to do Max and Mira's first tattoos, and Max is
M&M,
like,
right?
yeah, M&M.
Yeah. M&M.
And yeah, Max is hooked now. Like he wrote me just the other day. It's like, dude, I have 8 new ideas. So yeah, he's gonna get more. But that was a lot of fun. I had a great day, and thanks again to Robin and Max and Mira for, actually paying me to hurt them, and giving me the honor of being the first person to do, like, put some ink in skin. So that always means more than I can ever possibly explain. So thank you to all 3 of you. There you go.
Very nice.
Yeah, try not to
let's-
cry.
Yeah, exactly. And now we go back to the bummer part.
Yeah, exactly. Everything sucks.
Everything
I
is
fucking hate
shit.
everything.
I don't even remember where we stopped.
remember? Yeah, somewhere along like yeah. No. Let's just take it from the top. I
Take
guess.
it from the top.
From the top.
Okay, so everything is pointless, and
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we've been complaining about this forever and ever and ever. Specifically me, because I've been
Yes.
stuck in this
Yes.
stupid rut since Inktober, which
Oh,
is pretty much
same.
a year ago.
yeah, it's been 10 months.
Yeah. Since you looked at me. And,
Exactly what was going through my head, but I don't know the lyrics,
Yeah,
so it would be
same.
like... So
Exactly.
it's not as good
No.
when you don't know the lyrics.
Yeah, but everybody knows.
But everyone
But everybody knows something. Yeah.
very nice.
Nice.
Totally different song.
But
Oh, yeah.
yeah, no, I haven't been like, normally I get the urge or craving to create. I haven't had that forever.
Dude, dead inside.
And then
So
every
that-
once in a while I get like a few seconds of a little bit of it. And I really like, I need to do this now. I need to just do something now. And then by the time I actually sit down, it's gone.
Yeah.
And I still, like, I don't know what to draw. And then I kind of force myself to do something. Once in a while it works, but it all just looks like shit. There's no heart in it. You don't feel the passion. I don't get anything from that creation. Whereas normally I do it, and then you kind of feel like a sense of accomplishment after doing a piece that, you feel semi-proud of maybe, or I think the last piece that I did was the Stormtrooper Samurai, not the Boba Fett one.
The first
Stormtrooper
one, the original.
Yeah, because the other one was just because of Comic-Con and I needed to do something more. But that Stormtrooper Samurai, that was the last time I did something where I actually felt, this is cool. I love this. That's a year ago.
Yeah.
I hate my life. No, so I've been super busy with work. I have, and loads of other stuff around me in my daily life have taken a lot more space, and I've tried to kind of just focus on doing whatever I want to do when I feel like doing it, because I know that, well, now there's only 3 more weeks, and then it's Papa time. You know, it's pretty crazy, and that's obviously put a lot of stress in the back of my head that I don't really feel, but I've been processing all of this time, and but I don't know, somewhere along this long road, I would have expected to have gotten back into creation again. Because that's what happens. You have this little lull where you just don't do anything, and then it just comes back.
Yeah.
But it hasn't come back.
At all.
At all.
Yeah.
And like, you know, at some point, you are starting to get a little bit worried. Like, have I lost this completely now? Like, why isn't it coming back? And that's where I am at. So let's jump over to you and make people more depressed.
Yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. I know my reasoning. Like it feels like for years I've tried to kind of achieve something. And it always, like, I think we've had this conversation at some point as well, where you just feel like you're just walking around in a circle.
Yeah.
You get back to square one every time you try to do things. And I'm so tired of, like, you know, because we have good jobs.
Yeah.
We have, you know, all those things.
Yeah, we are really spoiled in a lot of ways.
In a lot of ways, but it all feels pointless. Do you know what I mean? I make casino games. Yeah, it's meaningless. Yeah, it's all of it, just meaningless. And it's really, like, it's really been growing this year, like, a lot, because I really enjoy this job. Like, it gives me a lot of learning opportunities to learn new things and stuff like that. And, you know, the time pressure makes you really learn it, you know, at least momentarily.
Yeah.
But it is just like, I just doing a lot of things at the same time. Like, I don't know if I have it in me anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Or at least at this moment in time, I just feel tired and I don't want to draw. Like, just even doodling, it's not even fun anymore.
Exactly.
Like, I love doodling. Like, I told my wife, we were having the conversation. You asked me, like, when you can't draw, what do you like? How do you vent? I did talk to my wife. I was like, this used to calm me. Like, I used to, like, no matter what I felt, this would be my one escape that I had. Just grab the pen and then just, you know, like, just do the little trees or something. And I just can't.
Yeah, same.
Like, it's not enjoyable. And maybe I'm putting expectation to that now.
Yeah. I think that probably, because it's been so long, it's probably adding more pressure.
Yeah.
So every time you actually put pen to paper, you feel like you have to sort of achieve something.
Yeah. And also that I have a lot of stuff in that universe that I've created, and now I'm not doing any of it. And just drawing a tree feels pointless or meaningless. So I don't know. Like, I think photography is the only thing that isn't ruined right now. Because the ink drawings, you know, like, sure, I made some money off of them, but they were still made on my terms, you know, like, they were done on my free time.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, I don't know what my next sort of thing right now will be, you know, because I think, like, I know like, to go into the crazy part, like, I know what kind of drives me and what doesn't. And working for other people, just, like, the more I go on, the less I want to work for other people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about anything that I'm doing right now that is for other people.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, freelance gigs are fine because I know they're momentary, you know, like, they're not going to be there forever.
That's just, a fart in the wind.
Yeah, it's a fart in the wind. And just being there, like, the being employed is nice because you know there's a paycheck coming. But for that paycheck, you got to give up a lot of time.
Yep.
And I'm not comfortable with that. And I feel stuck between a mortgage, you know, like work and like these things. Like I need to have them all to be able to survive.
Yeah.
I can't, like, the thing that I could do in my 20s, I can't do it today, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because back then, my living costs were so low.
And now you have a full family.
And now it is
to
a
provide for.
family.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
You got
their
the car,
activities,
you got the house,
house,
yeah.
you know, like, it is a type of trap unless you're making, like, ridiculous amounts of money.
It's said ball with said chain.
Yes, it is. And you have to, and your little hamster wheel to run around in.
Yeah.
So I really feel my existence sort of, you know, exactly. It just feels like I'm caught.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
So I have this like a flight response, I guess.
Yeah.
Where I want to.
Well, I mean, we were born in the year of the rat, so it's a normal, natural thing. Escape, man.
Yeah. So, and I don't know how to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like I've tried a lot of things, and sure, like I have a lot more experience to do something else now. I just don't know what that is right now.
And I think actually,
And that is where, because I'm like, when I have something, I won't do it half-assed, you know.
yeah. And I think because you actually mentioned something there that I haven't thought about in a while, but I know Sana has mentioned and brought up once or twice. I'm so used to just escaping or going away, traveling, doing, you know, not being stuck in the same place for a long time, even if it's just a vacation somewhere, but just traveling away, seeing, experiencing new things, meeting new people. That has always been a constant in my life, and I haven't done that in years now. So that might actually be one thing that I need in my life to like be and stay creative. That I haven't actually sort of, because whenever she said, "Oh, don't you think it's because of this?" I'm like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. But now, like, just when you mentioned it now, I'm like, that is probably, because that's the only thing that I haven't been able to do. And I'm still not creating. Like, not to say that it, like, if I go traveling, I'm going to come back and become this super creative genius again. Probably not. I would say it's gone way past that now. But being confined due to COVID, even if we were living the dream, just being able to stay at home, play video games, watch stupid movies, and paint whatever the fuck we wanted, we were still trapped.
Yeah, of course you are.
And
like,
I think
the world is close to you, so.
And even though, I mean, we were one of the most free people on the planet in Sweden
much
or Stockholm
than anyone else. Yeah,
we were still confined to whatever rules that we had, and we weren't able to go anywhere because, COVID. So if you are feeling the same as all of us, that is probably the thing. I don't know. Maybe
I think it is as well. I think it plays a part in it. Like, I don't think it's a one thing that did it all.
No,
but it is just several things not clicking.
Yeah, but it's like,
so it's not like not doing anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
to bring it back to the crazy is that I guess that was my crazy, where I got to just go bananas and go wherever I wanted. And now
I splurge.
and yeah, so COVID took away my crazy.
Yeah.
And I need my crazy to be the creative. I don't know. Sorry to interrupt the thing.
It's good to just follow, because that's the thing. We all have our crazy, you know, like what triggers us to be what we are.
Yeah.
And like this show was created on a whim. You know what I mean?
Out of that crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then my wife was like, I live with a psycho. Because, you know, like I had an idea, and then I was like, okay, we're going to go buy the gear, and then I'm going to learn how to use the gear. And then I was YouTubing, I was reading manuals. I was like, okay, we need to get these microphones. We need to do this.
We shoot first and ask questions later.
Exactly. And then I think she has a picture of me somewhere, just like sitting on our old couch in the old apartment, trying to learn how the fuck we were going to set up this podcast. she was like, okay, I guess he's doing podcasts now. But like in an encouraging way.
Yeah.
But just like, a level of crazy that she doesn't have in the same way.
Yeah.
She probably has her own crazy, but, we only know our own.
Yes.
And I guess she can see like mine because I'm very open with my crazy.
And it's all about the acceptance of that crazy as well.
Yeah,
because
of course.
that's something that Sanna really fell in love with me was the creative and weird part of me, the nerd, like so much passion for so many different things. And she loved that. And she really, really wanted to embrace it and encourage all of that. And she's been amazing with it. Which works in a negative way because she is so loving with all of that makes me just want to be with her because she's fucking amazing all the time. So just, she's the stick in my hamster wheel.
Sudden love.
Thanks, Anna. Love you.
That's cute.
But no, it's not that she inhibits my crazy. It's not what I'm saying.
No.
It's just that I guess,
she takes
crazy for her.
But I would say she takes, and also she takes you away away the feeling of being in a hamster wheel.
Yeah, she does.
And I think that's I think life is like there are different hamster wheels, and I guess you want to expand your hamster wheel.
Because it's always going to be a
encompass,
hamster wheel.
Yeah. It feels like life is a hamster wheel. You
How
run
do you
until
want
you're
your
done.
hamster wheel?
Yeah, exactly. No, but I just need something that is for me.
Yeah.
And right now, I only have things for others.
Yeah.
All my money goes into things I don't care about, except, kids. And it just all feels pointless. Everything I'm paying for, it just feels like I'm just working and slowly losing my creativity and passion to pay for things that I don't care about.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big spender in that sense. But you do spend, the way that you kind of like make, like I'm not kind of like, if I want to drink a coffee out, then I'll drink a coffee out or whatever you want, you'll buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not like before when I had to think about every single dollar that you spent. Like you don't have to anymore, but you also kind of do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a different perspective.
It is a different perspective.
And you've also learned where, you don't have to think about the money anymore because you already know that, you have your routine of buying things, right?
Exactly,
so it's always the same
exactly.
amount,
Exactly that. So
it's the learning and it's the routine.
Of course, yeah.
Which is the hamster
wheel. Yeah. And also the way that you described it is perfect because you have, this covers expenses. Like I can't buy a new iPhone and a new computer and stuff like that monthly, like not even close. But I can, I can splurge on the sort of like the, what do you call it? The gold trimming, on life just to give it a bit like, yeah, exactly. Salt Bay, basically, yes.
Yeah.
You can splurge on the salt.
Every once in a while,
So you don't have to worry. Like I can eat out often if I want to. Like that's going to take away from my money, but I can.
Yeah.
But it's just that right now I just feel that everything is just money, just slowly disappearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing for working. Like working for others is pointless or meaningless. That's actually the word.
Yeah.
It just doesn't fill me with meaning. Sure, I get money to pay for house and kids, and that's awesome to be able to provide for your family.
That's still priority one.
Yeah, and it is. And it is also the priority one that kind of...
That's your stick in the hamster wheel, I guess.
Yeah, but I don't know if it is a stick in my hamster wheel.
No, actually, it's the opposite of that.
It's
the bearing of your hamster wheel.
Yeah,
it's the thing that makes the hamster wheel spin.
It is part of it. You know, like it's one of the dependencies of why I'm running in my hamster wheel.
Yeah,
to try to keep it.
So, but
spinning.
if you sort of if we take away the hamster wheel, just what is your crazy then? Like, can you define your crazy?
That's the thing. Like whatever I decide, like I can turn on the crazy. You know what I mean? Like this podcast, I'll go crazy. Inktober, I'll go crazy.
Photography,
I'll go crazy. Yeah. And photography is the only thing that I right now.
It's your latest crazy.
It's my latest crazy. And like going back and looking at the early photos and it's only been like 20 photos that I've posted. And already I'm just seeing a difference and it feels encouraging to, you know, keep going. And I've found like methods of working and, you know, small videos and stuff that I've like, okay, I need to focus on this, learn this, do this, and just like keep improving. And it's like I can really apply myself to things that have meaning to me, but I just can't anymore for other things. And I need to do the other things to sustain my hamster wheel.
Yeah. No, but that, I think like what our combined crazy is the urge or need to try new things or do different things.
But I think that's for everyone as well. Like they need
or it
to
definitely should be.
Yeah.
If it's not, it should be. You should try as many things as you can. But like we're reaching the point where we don't have the energy or time. Maybe it's the gray hair and the beard. Maybe it's the kids. Maybe it's whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but I think it is like a lot of things in life.
But it's like also probably realizing that we are slowing down. We are getting into that groove. And that is a sucky period of life. And it's just the way it's supposed to be.
I don't know if I feel like I'm slowing down, though. I feel like I've not slowed down. Like it just feels like things are speeding up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I don't feel like it's slowing down. And like except my knee, like I feel like I'm on a different level than I was just like 10 years ago. Like,
but it's also that you've focused on that. Like,
yeah, of course.
Before we had the 50 different things again.
No,
Like we talked
it's
about
less
a billion
things
times.
now. Like I used to
now
have
it's
like
laser focused on the workout, work, providing,
and then work.
And the work.
Yeah, so it is my personal, like what I've focused on right now is workout, work, freelance, and then personal work.
So where is the crazy?
And then photos.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we've let go of the crazy is kind of what I'm trying to say here.
But we're not defining the crazy. Because when I say crazy, I don't mean doing things that are crazy.
No,
I just mean
doing things is what I meant. Just
but
defining crazy.
But that's not what I mean when I say crazy. What I mean is the way to apply yourself in a way that is psychotic.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
and that's what I do.
That's a different type of crazy.
Yeah, but that's the kind of crazy that I'm talking about for me. Because that is like, know you're crazy. Yeah. That's what I meant with the know you're crazy is like, how can you trigger that with your passions, for example? Like, because that is what drives me. That is where I excel. Like not knowing is not a problem as long as I have
the laser focus.
Yeah, exactly. Because you'll figure what you need out later.
Yeah.
But with that laser focus comes exhaustion. And when you do like a lot of work to trying to kind of get out of the hamster wheel and you burn, really bright and you just put like, I don't know how to explain it. Like you're burning the candles at all ends.
Yeah. I feel like I'm still seeing a laser, but it's like before it used to be a laser hitting a disco ball and just going like just everywhere. And now the disco ball is gone.
Because the thing that you described earlier, like just going to another country, and my wife really wants to go on a vacation, and to me that's pointless. Like I don't mind traveling. I don't see, like for me vacation is just not being at work.
Yeah.
I don't care where I am in the world. Because to me going to like some place where I can have a vacation, that is a hamster wheel for me.
Oh,
that I need to take time off to have vacation. That's a hamster wheel life to me. Like it feels pointless. Like throwing another like $3,000 to travel to a country to sit somewhere and walk around in that area to me is the hamster wheel.
Yeah. I mean, and that's where we differ a bit because I really love that.
No, I love traveling. I don't like going to a location to sit in that area. Yeah.
No, I get that.
And that's the difference between if I went to London with my wife, like I did last time I went to London, like I think I walked more than the people in London together. Like,
Yeah.
I walked for like 18 hours the first day.
We did the exact same thing when we were in London, because we were in London for the exact same reason.
But it's just like
work, and then we had a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, exactly. And that extra time.
And all alone.
Yeah.
Also that.
No,
so
but the thing is-
what do? You walk around,
You
and then
walk
you sit
around.
down in a pub, and you have a drink and something to eat, and then you walk around.
And you walk around.
And you do that all day.
Yeah, and I
for
could
days.
but I could never do that with my wife.
No, it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
They'd be tired and
they'll be tired. Their feet would hurt.
Let's go back to the hotel.
You know what I did? I walked so that my shoes fell apart, basically, and then I bought a new pair, the Batman Converse sneakers.
Yeah, nice.
So I threw my red ones out and my New York sneakers, and then I bought a London pair.
The London pair.
Which was a lot of fun. And when I was in New York, we walked so much that those shoes fell apart, basically.
Oh yeah.
Because it rained really heavily, and then they never got back to normal. So I threw those shoes out and bought a pair of red Chuck Taylors, as they were called. So I bought those there. Then I had them for like a year or something, and then London.
Nice. Yeah.
So I always take like the beaten up shoes abroad, and then I walk them to the breaking point. Then I buy new ones.
Kind of what I do as well.
But it's such a satisfactory thing. I didn't even book a hotel because work was like, okay, we'll fly you in. When do you want to fly in to this event? I was like, oh, just fly me in the day before, and I'll just, I'll make my own preparations. I walked for like 16 hours. I was like, maybe I should like find a place to stay. And then I found a hotel like 2 hours away. I was like, okay, I'll walk there and then I'll check in.
Perfect.
And it just worked. I checked in on my phone. I wrote my number when I got into the lobby. You didn't have to talk to anyone. I just took my card and went up. It was so nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah, but that's the thing. And I love that. Just exploring. And
then at night, I went out. I went to the pub, like just like a couple of like streets over. And it was this beautiful like coffee shop / pub / people played board games and shit. And I talked to this guy from the Netherlands that worked in the bar because he looked Swedish, and he thought and we just started talking, and it was just nice.
Meeting new people,
doing nothing, but at the same time doing everything.
Exactly, but doing nothing in some place new, is something.
Something, yeah.
And that's what I miss. I guess the exploring and just being somewhere else. Because this year we went back to Gotland and we did the exact same thing as last year, which was still great.
It's great, but
it's the exact same thing.
Exactly.
So maybe that kind of.
And some people love that. They go to the same place in Greece every year or Spain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All the time. Like, I'm not for that.
No.
I'm not.
But that's because they love the routine, and also I think it's the satisfaction of going somewhere and being recognized.
Yeah.
Which I also love.
It is nice.
It's fucking awesome.
Nice.
When you go into like Pressbyrån, like the local, what do you call it? The it's not a convenience store. What's a Pressbyrå?
A Pressbyrå is a Quickie Mart.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a
little store. Pretty much always
7-Eleven.
next to,
it's basically a 7-Eleven, a Swedish
to the train station, Yeah, but you go there a couple of times and then you start getting to know the people and you come in and they're like, hey,
That was the beautiful part about living in Sundbyberg, where I lived before. And I would have the hairdresser beneath and the pizzeria. So when I was sitting, like I used to open my kitchen window up wide and sit on the inner part. Yeah, I didn't have a balcony. It was just like the window part, the
windowsill?
Is it windowsill?
Yeah, I guess.
I sat there because it was pretty wide.
Oh yeah. So it's a French balcony.
Yeah. No. It wasn't out. It was in. The part where you put like.
It's just a door, a big balcony door?
No. It was just a window, like kitchen window, like a big kitchen window, and it has that place where you put like pots and shit. But it was a windowsill, and it was really wide. Like we're talking like this.
Yeah.
So I used to sit on it and draw with an open window during the summer.
Fantastic.
And the pizza guy would come outside and smoke, and he was like, "Hey, dude, we got a pizza no one picked up. You want it?" I was like, "Yep." It was like 5 minutes. Come down. And he just like gave me a pizza or pizza bread,
that's awesome. Yeah.
And then good pizza too. But dude, the hairdresser below as well. He was like, dude, I have nothing to do. I like no one's coming for an hour. He's like, you want to get a haircut? I was like, yeah. And then he would just cut my hair for free. And his name was my name.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he had a
Ilias.
but Ilias? No, but he spelled it with an E. I spelled it with an I. Yeah,
Of course.
But basically the same.
Yeah.
I think it was called like Ilias, blah blah blah, haircut thingy-majig.
Both idiots.
Both
Yeah.
idiots. Yes.
Fantastic.
No. He was like. After a few times I cut my hair at his like establishment, I was like, "Oh my god, this guy's an asshole." Yeah. No. Because I don't know what it is about us as people, like you and me specifically, but you know, when people think you're a certain way and they overshare,
Yeah.
and you're like, "Oh my god, I would never." I was like, "I
why
would
are
never
you
hang with this dude."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because the
Like-
way he talked about women and shit, I was like, but now he's cutting my hair, so what am I
You're
supposed
like,
to do?
Just sit there and take it.
Yeah.
Just don't say anything.
I was like, I'm in that position
and
now.
then just move.
Yeah, no, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
As soon as I moved, they opened a gym, like it was like pizzeria, hairdresser, and then
gym.
yeah, and then the gym and the corner there, like
Yeah.
opposite my building. I was like, you sons of bitches.
Yeah. Yeah, because that used to be like a candy store.
Yeah,
or
it was
something,
the
right?
that my another guy that I worked on a movie with owned.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he went to jail several times, came out, opened that thing.
Of course.
Yeah, they did some. I think they had like a store before, and they did some non-cool
Shady
things, shady
stuff.
things, and then he got busted.
Slim Shady.
And then they had that rental store,
Yeah.
the whatever it was called. It was one of those franchises, I think.
The filmkedjan.
Yeah, probably. And yeah, he
Yeah.
used to let me rent. He's like, grab a couple more. Faggot. Faggot.
Of course.
Yeah, he would always give me weird discounts. And that's probably why he went to jail in the first place.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And that's, I guess, I mean, that's the charm of our crazy.
Yeah.
The magic of just socializing
Yeah.
and how easy it is.
Mhm.
I don't know. But yeah, that's something that I miss. And I don't know, does that contribute to the blockage of creativity?
No.
Or like
like I said,
I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
But it's not a one thing. That's like
Yeah.
we're in a place where we have dependencies, and that's why I've always said like it's really important to do all your crazy shit, or like the stuff that you really want to do in life is supposed to be done in your 20s.
Yeah.
And I just listened to Gary Vee this morning, and Gary Vee's like a serial entrepreneur guy, and he also was talking just about this thing, like just do everything. You don't have like your costs of living are so low. You could even eat like dollar food, as he said, every day, and your body will just handle it.
Yeah.
And it was such a good like short clip that yes, you should just do everything you wanted to do, like between like getting out of school basically and just focusing like 18 to 30, just fucking figure it
go.
out. Just figure it out. Yeah.
Just do it.
You don't have to
whatever
have
it is.
anything figured out. Just go out there and do
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Gather that experience. Live on minimum wage. Live on minimum fucking food, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you want to do.
And that's always been my number one priority when I used to teach,
Mm-hmm.
to tell all the kids, like, just go out there and try and do everything. Like, don't limit yourself. Don't be afraid of
Mm-hmm.
testing things. Don't be afraid of failing, because you're going to bounce back. I mean, worst case, you just go back to your parents' house for a little bit,
Yep.
get taken care of, and then you bounce back.
Lick your wounds.
Yeah.
Move back out.
You know, it's fine. It's okay. You have people there helping you, support you, hopefully.
Yeah.
But don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to test different things. But I mean, yeah.
So
and
what
then
if you fail in your 20s? You have another 80
you
left.
have-
so,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that, I guess that's where we are now, where like life has a
boxed us in.
a little too much responsibility attached,
Yeah.
that we're not allowed to be that crazy in that same way anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just up and leave, you know?
yeah.
Like, that comes with consequence now. Before, like 5 years ago even, I could just up and leave because I didn't have anything that held me back in any way.
No. Kids changes that dynamic
Yes.
fast, or you're an asshole.
Exactly. I'm always going to be an asshole, but in a good way, you know? The funny asshole.
Funny asshole.
Funny asshole. Yeah, exactly. Just ask my wife. Yeah, no. But yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe I'm just stuck in that mentality again, hamster wheel. Why limit yourself in any way? You know, I'm sitting here promoting to do whatever the fuck you want whenever you want it. Why shouldn't I? You know, I can still kind of do that. I just need to work around different things.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You have to work around everything.
It's a little bit more difficult.
It is way more difficult.
Free and crazy.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't need to be crazy in that sense. I just need to have a purpose, and I don't have a purpose right now.
That I think, because all the bullshit that we've talked about up to this point, I think actually that is the thing. Purpose. Like, what is our purpose now, apart from providing?
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, everything that I do, I just can't
do it for you.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Shit. Okay, now I try to get back to it.
No, everything you do.
Yeah, I do it for you.
Yeah.
But no, but like, it's noble to provide for your family, but it's not enough for me. It's never enough. Like, I need to have something to do that is mine alone. And I was talking to my wife about just like, she was like, maybe you need to talk to someone, you know, just to like figure out the stuff in your head.
And here we are.
Yeah. And like, I've never felt the need that I need to talk to someone. I've always had, like, I have this clear path that isn't clear in that sense. Yeah. But I just want to, like, my goal is to just get out of what feels like a hamster wheel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be dependent on a salary that comes from me working 100 million hours a year to survive. No. That's the only thing that I want to get out of. Yeah. Like, I don't want to have someone tell me what to do each week, or, you know, sure, I get responsibility of my own, but it's still not mine. Yeah. To do with what I want. Like, you know, so I want to do something that is meaningful to me. It can be pointless to everyone else, except the people that buy whatever the thing is I'm doing. Yeah. No, but I just want something that is meaningful to me. Yeah. The you know, like, providing for my family, that goes without saying. That's why I'm still working a 9-to-5 job, you know, and doing all those things. But and it's something that my wife actually said about me. It was like, because I was talking, like, sometimes I feel so selfish that I want so much. And I told her, like, I will always provide for, you know, our family, but I always start from me. Yeah. Like, it starts within me. I need to feel like I need to, you know, start from me, just do something that is for me, and that kind of guilts me a little that I'm doing things that are, you know, but it's that thing. She was like, but that's the thing, like, you got to love yourself, so you got to do something for you to be able to provide it to others, you know, like, and it bears some weight, you know, and I haven't really made the connection between those two things before, but I am very sort of egocentric when it comes to, like, why I'm doing things. And then I'll start, because if I don't feel it, I can do it for you for a while, but I'll lose it fast. Yeah. But when I'm doing things for me, like, the reason why we can do this podcast, even though it's bringing nothing but cost, exactly. Like, we're like, dude, I think we counted how much this podcast costs us per year. Yeah. And, like, with the eating
so
and the
much,
it's like 6,000 crowns something
a month.
Plus. No, but it is like a year for us. That's like, it's a lot of money still, you know. Yeah. For, like, basically throwing money into the ocean. Yeah.
But we still come back and we still do it.
Yeah. And that's because there's a passion there. Like, even when we don't feel like it. Like, today, I really didn't want to do this. Like, I'd hang out with you, have burgers, and throw darts. Yeah. Not a problem.
But
having to do this. But now that we're here, we've thrown some darts. I've been really awesome. You sucked. Like,
Yeah, I'm sure that felt horrible.
That felt horrible. Life sucks. But
Yeah.
It's
No,
just,
I know exactly.
It is the passion.
Yeah.
And with passion comes the ease of effort, Like even when it's hard, it's easy.
Yeah.
Which is kind of no.
Yeah, but I mean,
there.
and that's I guess the fun thing about this podcast too, that one day or one Monday it actually does work as a therapy session, and the next it is the total opposite, where it's just like the worst thing ever. But it's still when we're in this room and we're sitting down and talking, it's still just so easy.
Yeah.
But up until the point where we sit down, sometimes it's a struggle, man.
Struggle, yeah.
Yeah.
So many times I felt like, dude, do we have to do this?
Why?
Yeah.
Why are we doing it? All of that. But then every once in a while you get that fan that writes that one thing.
Yeah, dude. We got
like,
something.
That's why.
We got something recently, and I don't remember where, but it was good. And thank you, sender.
Everybody that's taken time to actually write and giving us a review or just writing us. It really does make a difference. It does.
It does make a difference.
And I think it maybe, hopefully, it like hearing us complain about all of these struggles and the pain in the ass it is to get into this studio and do this sometimes, maybe that is the kick in the ass for you as well, to like, well, maybe I should just do it and shut up. Sometimes you just need to do shit, even if it is shit. But then sometimes, hopefully, we say something that just is profound and helps you out of a slump.
Or maybe you're in the same position that we are at, where, you feel like you don't have a purpose. But if you don't have kids, go out there and do everything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I can't, it's harder. I wouldn't say I can't, but it's harder for me to take time off to do a new thing.
Yeah.
Just like I want to sort of like get a photo session together, like I talked about.
Yeah.
But just organizing it is another thing to do, So I'm just like
nah.
I can't. No, but I can't add more. Yeah. When I feel overwhelmed by just thinking about drawing.
But then you're gonna have like one day in the future, it's just gonna be like one of those boom.
Yes.
And then you're just gonna like write to this and this and that person.
Of course.
And start organizing, and then it's gonna be super simple or easy.
Yeah.
But
hopefully
that day.
But that day, but not right now.
Up until that point, you are Atlas pushing that fucking boulder.
Oh,
just like
so like.
Or is it Atlas or is it? Who's the guy pushing the boulder?
Yeah, no, he's not pushing a boulder.
No,
he's
Atlas
carrying
is
the
world. Yes,
on his shoulders.
Yeah, both those guys.
Both those guys. But everything feels super stressful right now, and having work to kind of do, and the feeling of pointlessness. I just feel like right now, like every time someone says like an idea that I don't enjoy, I was like, "Yep, that's the one. That's great idea. Let's run with it." Like
Let's just
don't
go.
have it. Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's what I like. It feels so pointless that I just want to agree with everyone just to get the ball moving.
And I have the total opposite where I'm like, no, I don't feel like doing this. Yeah. No. I just want to say no to every client because I'm so over it.
Yeah.
I don't want to work. I really just don't want to work anymore. I don't want to do anything.
Same. Right now, I don't want to do anything that isn't for me.
No.
And even that shit is heavy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, I don't even know what that would be.
Yeah, same. Like, I have no purpose.
It's a horrible feeling.
It is a horrible feeling because when I do have a purpose, like, even if I work double, I work the shit out of the doubleness. You know what I mean? And then I feel shit for a long time, but...
yeah, but it was still worth it. Like,
yeah, but I wish that, like, one time something would stick.
Yeah.
And I would be able to like, okay, maybe I can work half time or maybe I can, do a change. But it just, like I said, like it feels like you put so much energy into something just to end up on square one. Yeah. And I love what you're doing right now.
Thanks.
It's so much fun. It's so satisfying to even watch it. So we have, okay, just to derail here, as we always do, we have these really comfortable, like,
Armchairs
recliners
without
chair-
arms.
Yeah. And they have this type of like fabric, you know, like if you pull in one direction with your finger, you start drawing on them.
Yeah.
And Robert is doing this like Greek pattern on it.
Exactly.
And it's so satisfying to watch. I was just like, yes, keep going.
I'm feeling the pressure now.
Yeah.
But it's so nice within that sort of square.
Yeah,
frame.
within the diamonds, like sort of the diamond shape that
Yeah.
the couch like seams have.
Definitely a weird.
Derail.
Derail for sure.
But it was so satisfying. It's like a creative sort of thing that you're doing because it has no pressure except now that we're talking about it.
This is telephone doodles.
Yeah,
those
just
meaningless squiggles. Yeah.
But again, I think just to dive into that, like you really triggered a thought there as well, where nothing has led anywhere. Like whether I've done it for me or for work, like it all hasn't led anywhere. You know what I mean? Like you're back on square one.
Yeah.
So now even the doodles feel meaningless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I do.
So now I don't even have the simple joy of meditative. Thank you very much. I can't even draw as meditation. Let's say it like that.
Yeah.
And it feels so, I don't know.
Meaningless
That's the thing.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all feels meaningless. Like, I don't even enjoy drawing for me right now.
And that is the worst.
The saddest part. Yeah. Because I always had that most of the times.
I mean, as creatives, that is the one thing that we always do have. And this is sort of the backside of what happens when we lose it.
Yeah.
And
right now I don't have like I'm too in it to have the clarity to, you know, like to give any sort of advice or anything about it.
Or to get out of it.
It. Like I'm just too close or too in it. Like you said before, like, it's about, you know, like.
It's all about mindset.
Yeah, mindset.
You know,
and you're like, die.
Yeah.
Robert, die. and it is all about mindset. Which is,
Robert. Yes.
and it is all about, you know, how you approach it. But right now I just don't have the energy and I don't know how to get that energy to do anything.
Yeah. Oh, I'm there. I'm exactly there.
But I have a lot of energy. That's the thing, you know, like I still work out. I still do, like I walk all day. And I think that also plays into coming back to work now. I sat for half the day.
Yeah.
And it felt terrible. And then I had to, you know, draw shit I don't really want to draw anymore. Thankfully, I can still sort of appreciate parts of my job, you know. Like I do get to sort of like, you know, steer the direction of the things that we do. But sometimes you don't even want that responsibility.
Most of the time, I would say, actually.
Yeah. Especially now. Like, I don't want the responsibility of drawing.
No.
I just don't want to. I don't want drawing to be my income right now.
I don't want to be in
anything that has to do with drawing.
Lately. Responsibilities lately. Yeah.
All I have to do is think of me and my peace of mind. Kind of works.
Yeah, it does.
But
yeah.
But yeah. So like I said, too in it to have a conclusion to this talk.
Yeah. And also,
I just want to find something. Because the thing is, once I can tap into, you know, like I have a direction, I can tap into what I do best.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't feel like I'm in it.
No.
Like I don't know where to focus my crazy. That's what I'm talking about. Like I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's all pent up. It like the way that you felt frustrated when you've tried to draw.
Yeah.
Dude, I've tried to draw so many times this weekend, or like because you know, like I know that I have to start working. So I've tried to draw.
That pressure as well.
So I've tried to draw forcefully, or like not really forcefully because I didn't really put too much time into it. But it was so frustrating.
Yeah.
Like I haven't felt that in a long time. And now that I'm back in it, I'm just like, no.
Like I wasted it. I wasted all this time. But you didn't because you tried.
Yeah, you did try.
Yeah. And
no, so I just moved on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And then I played a little bit of video games earlier this week, and then I lost that as well. But It is a lot of fun when I
at
do
least
it.
you.
No, but you can
Yeah.
tune out. Video games and photography are the only two things that tune everything out.
Yeah. And there is
Uh,
a sense of accomplishment when you're playing video games.
I think video games are awesome.
Also photos, I guess.
Yeah.
Not speaking of experience here, but
No,
you're
no.
doing something and you're achieving
But I'm
stuff,
doing it for me as
Yeah,
well. Like I'm
exactly.
photographing things.
And
'Cause-
that is still the most
yeah.
important part. Going back to what your wife said,
Mm.
it is most important that you
Yeah.
do you first, and then you can spread happiness and everything
Yeah.
to everybody else. But you need to make sure that you're
You have to be happy
Yeah.
to be happy for others,
for
I
others.
guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
So great conclusion.
very, very much so.
I had one more thing on this subject though that I thought about, and something that annoys me extra right now is people like, oh, you should do this or you should do that, or
Oh
you,
man, so
I
many.
just
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
Oh, so many
dude, what the fuck? People are like, oh, dude, you should take photos of flowers, or you should do this, or you should, and I'm like, why don't you just let me do my thing?
Yeah,
Like,
I get that so many times too.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, dude, have you? Oh man, you should do something with like Yoda in the samurai
Yeah.
thing, or you should do this, or have you like? And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great idea. Like, I get super pumped, but
Yeah.
then at the same time, I'm like, just go die.
yeah,
Please, just go
It's
fucking
so, I don't
die.
know why. I don't know why. Like, and I think it is being in a bad place.
Yeah.
Makes you, because today someone bumped into me, and I just wanted to bump them all the way to hell.
I actually did that this Saturday. Like, I ran somebody over. I was running to the train, and also
Parkour, bitch!
yeah. No, I was, of course, I was intoxicated. I was really
Why'd
drunk,
you have to go
and
get so intoxicated?
I blame Eric.
I blame Eric.
And I just, ran to the train. It was like just about to close the doors, and then somebody just walked out, and there was no chance. Like, it was just like,
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
happening.
like, wow. And this man just went flying, and he literally got up and wanted to kill me, but the doors shut and the train left. So, too bad. But yeah, I felt so bad. But I could actually feel it in my shoulder the day after. Like, it was
shit. Such an impact.
Yeah, that's never happened actually. I'm normally a el gato, like the cat, just moving past everybody on the train station. But this was just no. I had one direction.
I'm very sorry, senor.
I'm wearing my boots. It makes me very
I am Robin Boots.
yeah. So don't run into people.
Yeah, no, but I think it also shows that why people are so toxic when they're not feeling good
Yeah.
as well. Because, like, I haven't been bad to anyone, but I can still feel like I'm more easily triggered because I'm not in a good place.
I need something to vent. I need an outlet.
That's why I love the gym, dude.
Yeah.
And especially if I'm not at home right now.
Mhm.
Like, if I get to work out a couple of days a week now outside of my home,
Yeah.
which is supposed to be this Monday, and just like it helps. Like, it helps a little more because then you have, like, nobody's really looking at you when you work out, although you might feel it, especially if you're a noob.
Yeah.
But that sense of people watching drives my crazy
Mhm.
a bit as well. Like, it triggers me, like, not negatively. It just drives the workout a bit. So
Pushes
I don't,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it pushes you. Exactly. It's like a good song. And since I work out alone behind closed doors all the time, being in public is such an energy boost
Yeah.
in general.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah.
So it really drives the workout. So I don't even have to, like, it's autopilot.
But it's the drawing in a coffee shop thing.
It's exactly that.
Yeah. It just elevates the thing that is
Yeah.
so mundane normally. But then sitting in a crowded place, getting the energy from different people, not interacting with them
Not
necessarily.
at all.
But just having people
Dude.
around you.
I don't talk to people at the gym.
No. Why would you?
The only time I talk to people
Is
at
when
the
you
gym,
hit on them. Yes.
exactly,
Of course.
or when I actually work out in the same place for a long time,
Like,
like
get
I
the
used to
fuck
do.
out
Exactly,
of my
the
spot.
machine. Yeah. So that's the only time I interact with people is if I work out there like on a regular at the same hour,
Yeah.
because then you usually start seeing who the people that work out for real are, and do it as a routine, and who the fuck around it's are.
the fuck around.
Mm.
I loved it. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe
Life
that's
is what it is.
It is what. Yeah, life is life. No.
No. But I feel super bummed right now, like more than I should. I don't know. Like it feels really, really heavy to do anything right now.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit worried. So we'll see where this goes.
Exactly.
Oh, this is like, it feels like I haven't been this bad in a while. And we'll see where it goes.
Yeah. And that's the thing.
Hopefully I find something to kind of just...
Because we need to find, and I say we because we're both in this situation.
Yeah, we're in a similar situation.
But we need to find some way, because I think now we've tried everything that we normally do.
I haven't tried anything. I'm avoiding everything.
No, but like the playing video games and
Yeah,
watching movies and doing all that normal stuff that normally breaks that cycle and then brings us back.
Yeah.
We've tried all of that now for the longest time, in small periods, of course, but it hasn't really helped.
Yeah.
So
And
like,
also,
what's the next step? So we need to actively try something different.
Yeah.
And what would that be? Like, so I guess
That's the thing. What's the new adventure?
Yeah.
Because right now, I was hoping not to be at this company where I'm at right now for this long. This is my 3rd year.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm still here. Like, and nothing bad about the company. The company is actually really awesome. And I just don't want to work for people. Like, that's it. Like, I just don't want to work at a company that isn't my own.
Yeah.
I just can't make my own company. I don't know what I want to do. And that is my biggest problem. I don't know what I'm supposed to do to make money, to make my own company. You know, I could do freelance, but then I'd be in the same position where I'm going from gig to gig instead of project to project within the same company. So that is equally...
And it would still be
it would
working for people.
I would need to get in the hours to get the money, basically.
And even worse. Like,
it's
needing those people.
Needing
like
those people, exactly. And also
sometimes
chasing...
feeling like you're begging for work, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And we've always talked about not putting yourself in that position entirely, unless you're 18 to 30.
Yeah.
No, but then you have the, like, I need to make a certain amount of money to make the family move,
Fed.
you know.
Yeah.
And also, you know, keep us roofed.
Yeah.
So it is what it is right now. We'll revisit this at some later point and see how we got out of it. But for now, you know, if you feel like shit, find us on the Discord. Feel shit together.
Yeah.
I guess, until we don't feel like shit.
Let's
embrace the suck and join the I don't know, the cult.
fuck?
The fuck. Yes.
Yeah,
The cult fuck? Okay,
cult
let's move on.
fuck. Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
Moving on. Cult fuck. What? Moving on.
saved it.
Saved it. And we're back.
Yeah, we are.
So you got tools?
Yeah, that's a retro.
I did
retro.
actually do
No.
a tool.
No, you didn't. You are.
I went back to pencil.
What?
It was really satisfying.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I love that.
What? Oh, yeah. You know what? It's a construction pencil. It's one of those like you use for when you're like, it's a marking pen.
The one
basically.
that's more flat than.
No,
square?
not the red flat one.
No, okay.
But it's one of those like. How do I explain it? It's like a cylinder tube, like a thin metal casing, and then there's like this. It looks like a screwdriver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
With one of those.
With one of those
thick.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you press the back to get the lead out.
Like. And
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Shoots out like a big. Yeah.
And so,
Oh, yeah.
so I use that,
Okay.
and it's so satisfying. And
Nice.
it's just a different tool, you know. And I don't know, it kind of works.
Yeah.
So I'm using a screwdriver to just doodle.
And I used gouache. I actually finally found my gouache again.
Thank gouache.
Thank gouache. But I'm using them on the same piece that I'm just working on.
Your own piece.
Yeah, my own piece. Yeah.
Keep going.
It was satisfying. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see where it ends up. I don't know. Yeah, Will Smith all the way. Yeah, slap.
Yeah. We should have a slap.
Yeah, we should. Actually, we should have the sound of that slap.
That slap. Yeah.
Maybe it's really bad though.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
And it's just say, Will!
That's horrible.
Is it that?
Yeah, it is.
Did we slap Chris Rock?
No, we did not. We did not.
We should always drag Will Smith in the mud.
Slipknot.
Slap,
Slap not.
Slap not, will not.
Yeah. But gouache and watercolor really just go hand in hand. They're fantastic mediums to work sort of intertwined. And so, like, if you want to try something, they're really easy to work with. And you don't need to get the super duper expensive stuff that I got, the Winsor & Newton gouaches. But just something fun to sort of every once in a while get back into. And we'll see where this piece ends up. Again, it's so extremely pointless. Like, there is not a single thing with this thing that I am happy with. But I'll just keep working at it and we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my next idea for drawing is to trace.
I also have an idea for what I would like to do for Comic-Con.
What? I have no ideas.
Yeah.
I think of just showing up and not having anything. I'm not going to bring any of the old sketches.
Awesome.
That's my plan right now. We'll see what happens.
You do like a drop-in, people ask for stuff and you just draw it?
No.
No.
I'm just going to walk around Comic-Con. Chill.
Nice. Yeah, why not? You can be my assistant.
Hey, dude, I don't know. How much did we pay per person?
So much.
So much.
Yeah.
How many are we're 4 at least? Thank God. Thank God we're 4 of us.
$700 or $800.
Yeah. Like $700, I think, is about where it landed ish. Yeah.
Just
buy money.
Walk around.
Buy money.
And buy things.
Hey, for more money. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But right now, I just like, and we got, was it Matthias? He's like, 100 days left for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck
Where's
you,
the
Matthias.
slap button?
Yeah. Where's the Will slap?
I wish we had one of those and just slap Matthias in the face. You just press it and just go pow wherever he is in the world. He just gets slapped.
Why?
Why? You know why.
And then a unicorn dies somewhere as well at the same time. When you slap Matthias, some unicorns die or cat puppies or.
No,
that's it.
That's
crickets die.
Oh, yeah, it's horrible. Moving on. Yeah, moving on.
Cocaine. Goodbye.
Yeah. Retro time, motherfucker!
Here I have excelled.
This is the good part.
Yeah.
This is where we can be happy.
This is the podcast where we shine.
Yes. I'll straight away dive into my the latest endeavor, which was me going to the movies by myself to watch Bullet Train, the latest movie from the guy who made John Wick and former stunt double for Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt stars in this movie, and it's such a great time. It's a fantastic ride. But you don't really need to see it at the cinema. It's not one of those big screen, like, wow movies. It's just one of those perfect action movies. It's, like, very over the top, but not too over the top, like, say, The Gray Man, for example.
Gray Man, is that the Liam
latest?
Neeson?
No.
That one
Ryan
with
Gosling,
Gosling and the other guy that we know of.
Chris Evans. Yeah.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Yeah. But no, this one is kind of perfect for what it is. I am really happy I saw it. Really happy I went to see it by myself as well. It was just like, it felt like a movie more or less made for me and you. Like, I think you're going to love, I was going to say like and love. Yeah, so it became love. You're going to love. Yeah.
You're going to love.
But what's it about? Like, because this director also made Deadpool 2.
I was like, my dad once caught a bullet.
I love a bullet.
I love.
Yeah.
Love.
No, so it's the same guy who made Deadpool 2 and kind of like taking the domino superpower, but into like a hitman.
Whoa.
So, but then being more like bad luck instead of
your sister's
lucky.
Squeak.
Yeah. Squeak? The The Squeak?
Yeah, Squeak. There you go.
Yeah. No, so Brad Pitt is just like the most unlucky fuck ever.
You know what that sounded like?
No?
Like this. Just like wiping off like a window or like a squeaky kind of. I don't know why. Just like I don't know why. I just someone just wiping like squeak, squeak,
Trying to look
Yeah.
in like, I'm also here, guys.
Yeah, but it's just like trying to like clean a window with your elbow or something. Like squeak, squeak, just your skin against the fucking. That's all I'm gonna hear from that sound.
Oh, that's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So an unlucky Brad Pitt gets on a bullet train in Japan and encounters a whole bunch of fun characters.
You're real fast.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a solid action movie. I think really fun. The way I described it to you was like a combination of, what did I say? John Wick and Snatch.
And Snatch,
yes,
that was it.
Exactly. So John Wick and Snatch, but on a train.
Bullet snatch. What?
But yeah, I think that is like the best assessment I could give it. Like it really is a good movie. Just
But
solid.
is the story solid?
Yeah,
Like, okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it is.
Because usually those stories don't hold up, you know, under scrutiny. Like they're just too dumb.
Yeah,
but
I mean it still is, but it still works.
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
there was
look,
nothing that really stood out that was like, oh, come on.
Okay, yeah.
It was all like, oh yeah.
Because I think that is kind of what takes a movie from good to bad.
Yeah.
Is how many of those moments there are, like from start to finish. You know, are they like piling up like really fast, or are they like, oh well, like when they just come, you know, every now and then, like it works. So
Yeah, and with this, it's evenly paced, but it's really fast. With it's just a constant action movie.
no bullet time.
No bullet time. It's not over the top in that way. It's all very sort of grounded in reality until the end. Of course, it always.
But I
like,
didn't check the whole trailer, but
Yeah.
the trailer is so fast. Like it's like this, bam, sword, knife, boom. You know, like
Yeah.
you're like, okay, I'm not gonna watch. I want to see this. Let's just leave it because I
yeah,
saw
and
like a couple of the actors. I was like, yes.
And I haven't seen the full trailer myself either.
yeah,
I only
yeah.
also saw the small snippets that you could see at the cinema.
Or maybe I saw the teaser or something. Like I
Exactly.
don't remember.
And I think, staying away from the trailers is probably a good idea. But it doesn't really spoil the movie. And there's a lot of fun characters in the movie. There's a lot of different characters, but then also just these, I mean, you can almost call them extras, which they are, but they are also recognizable from some of our favorite shows.
Okay, cool.
So it's just like fun. I was more
deliberately placed, or
not,
is it a wink, or is it just like, oh, it's
think-
cool that he's there?
I think it's more just like that actor was hired in, and then it's like, oh, like that.
Okay, cool.
So again, I was like more or less alone at the cinema and making the only noise in.
Old man knows.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I was annoying the fuck out of everybody. But yeah, there was a lot of like, oh shit, like, oh my god, that's like, or just saying names, like, and then looking around like, oh yeah, I'm alone. Yeah. But no, I had a blast. I really hope that if you go and see it, you'll like it too. And I definitely recommend it. Bag of Dicks, I would say a solid 8 out of 10 from me.
Nice.
Not the best, but definitely not the worst. I think one of the
8 out of 10 is like a high number.
Yeah,
it's
it is. It's one of the most enjoyable movies.
Action movies.
Yeah, I mean, it's in its own genre. It's a solid action movie, so like you can't compare it to like your favorite drama or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But just
I'm
for
just
what
like
it
in
is,
that genre.
it's definitely one of the more enjoyable movies that I've seen. And
very cool.
yeah, so I can't wait to see it again just to break it down a little bit more. But I definitely recommend it. Like go in with some friends that love action movies, have a beer, and just enjoy the ride.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of things as well. I did finish Squid Game.
Nice. What's
Damn.
right?
It's so good. Like it starts off a bit like I don't know how to explain it, but the character growth is so good.
I think it's one of the more or less the best show that's been put out on Netflix in a while.
And the reason why I love it is how much I hated the protagonist in the beginning. Like, and not hated him sort of like as an actor, but as a character, because he portrays the character that he plays so well.
Yeah.
And the way that he's like a hopeless gambler.
Yeah.
And like we said last time, I think, was that he can see hope only when it comes to gambling, you know.
Yeah.
That's where he's like, life is shit, everything is hopeless, but not when it comes to gambling. And his growth, like from that first episode, now that I think back to it, to the last episode where he is so
red-haired.
Exactly. And that was weird.
Yeah.
That was such a weird thing.
Yeah, it's so weird.
But just before that, where he's hobo-haired. But but it's so pulled, like he does this journey.
He's learned something.
Yes, but he's also like the only way for him to get out of that mentality that it had in the beginning, you kind of needed the Squid Games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or he would never have come out of it.
No, exactly.
Like nothing was as real or as hard-hitting as what he experienced there. So it kind of makes gambling pointless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was, I think, the beauty of this whole show, like without, I guess it's a spoiler that he survives, but
but it's such a,
it's been
it's
out
an
for a
old
while.
show now, and like it was the most hyped fucking thing ever.
But it is really, I really recommend you go in and watch it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it,
it's actually, it's like, I see why it's hyped.
Yeah. It's the...
Don't watch it in English, though. Like some idiots do.
I didn't even know that it was in
Yeah, dude. I didn't know that either. And I listened to a podcast where this guy was talking about, I don't remember if it was his dad or someone that watched it. And he was like, oh, my dad didn't like it. Or like I went to my dad's and I told him to watch Squid Game. And he was like, I can't get into it. It's too silly. And he's like, what? And then he was like, oh, you know, like the voices are weird and stuff. And he's like, what voices are you? And he's like, do you watch it in Korean? He's like, I don't want to read. Like, but you got to watch it in Korean. Like, that's how it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I flipped over to, now you don't watch it in English.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
But it's like, I would say most anime as well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's so, you lose so much when it is dubbed.
Yeah.
Like
the only time I flip it to English is if I'm doing other stuff as I'm watching it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's like surfer dudes like, hey, what's happening, Naruto-kun? You know, like they're all like a weird Keanu Reeves
the
thing.
the Ninja Turtles dubbing over. It's like, cowabunga, dude. But it's this really heavy moment. Yeah. No, but I agree. Like Squid Game, really, I didn't think I was going to like it.
Same.
And then I started watching it. I just couldn't stop.
Same.
I felt sort of bad having to pause it because, again, watched it with Sana and like she needs to sleep, whereas I never.
And that's the same thing. Like going on a walk that we talked about before. I can walk for millions of hours. Yeah. My wife needs to stop, pee, eat. And then my kids,
functioning human being.
Yeah, exactly. And my kids are the same. They're like, they get tired, they get bored. I don't have that.
No.
I'm just.
You're Forrest Gump.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much what it feels like.
Yeah, but I do think, like, seriously, we must have some sort of combination of letters.
Yes, that makes up what we are. Yeah, of course. And my wife was like, aren't you curious? I was like, no, because that would mean that I need to put more time into another thing.
Exactly.
You don't understand. Yeah. Like
we know.
And this actually,
isn't that enough?
That is the reason I wrote in our mutual, like,
in the notes?
Note. Yeah. Like, no, you're crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, no. I don't need to define what my crazy is.
That's great.
I know how to utilize my crazy.
We're straight circling it, man.
Yeah. And seeing my brother and my parents and everyone, you know, like, I've always had an outlet for my crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, training has been a big part of it, but it's always been also doing what I want. Yeah. Or not what I enjoy is more correct. Like I've always... Like that has been my compass. You know, like when Jack Sparrow's compass breaks and he doesn't know what he wants. Yeah. That's where I'm at. Like it feels like my compass is pointing everywhere and nowhere.
It's
like
just spinning. Yeah.
Yeah. And my compass is a hamster wheel, apparently.
Yeah.
And my gerbil has gone crazy.
That's your next tattoo.
That's right.
That's such a great tattoo, though. Like a hamster wheel with a compass in it.
That would actually be funny. But the thing is, a hamster wheel from the top is a compass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like there's no point in making it a hamster.
Just put the things, the support, whatever. Fuck
it.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also took valuable time out of my life and I watched Prey. Not something that you do, but something
and
that
not
you
birds
are.
of prey.
And definitely not that. No. No, the latest Predator movie, I guess. Like it feels like they're trying to do a new franchise.
Hey,
with
what's happening, Predator?
Predator.
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 Predator. I am here.
Yeah, I am there. And it's out on Hulu or Disney Plus if you're in Europe.
That was a deep cut, dude. For everyone.
Yeah, I know.
That isn't me.
But it's a solid meh from me. I was not impressed, but it is definitely one of the better sequels or whatever you want to call it to the Predator franchise.
You can't say it like that.
What do you mean?
Predator.
Oh, no. Predator.
Predator. Have you not seen the Predator?
It Predator.
It Predator.
It just keeps going.
It works.
But it's about a Native American woman that doesn't want to go out and pick berries and wants to be more of a hunter-gatherer, killing things.
Exactly. She wants to do what
Warrior.
she wants. Passion.
Exactly.
Murder.
Yes. She doesn't want to be stuck in a hamster wheel.
Man.
You know, man.
And became surfer until we said the word.
Dude. And then she kind of, like surfs up and
kills the
wipes
predator.
out. And no. But yeah, then all of a sudden there's a predator.
Exactly. So the hunter becomes the hunted.
Yeah. But long story short, she's a strong female character battling a predator. I can't say that. Predator.
You have to say it with an accent. A predator.
So from now on, we are Irish.
I think mine was more like Norwegian or Danish. I don't know, like English.
Yeah, it's
Predator.
It's all of those.
Continuum transfunctioner.
That's all I heard now.
Scandinavian.
Scandies.
That is the one. Scandies.
But I just found myself being more annoyed with this movie than liking it, to be honest.
There's too much hanging on the balance, I was going to say, but there's just too much expectation now. Just...
And the fact that it's a new Predator franchise type-ish movie and it didn't get released at the cinema? Like, why?
VHS, bro. It's coming back.
Yeah, well, I wish. But I mean, seriously, they would have made money off of this, right?
Yeah, just because it's a known name.
Why directly onto the streaming platform?
Which streaming platform?
Disney Plus for us, but Hulu if you're in the States.
Check.
Yeah, which is also weird that you
That's
need.
Weird.
Like, why we have Star as a combined thing with Disney, and they have Disney, and then they have to pay for Hulu. Which is Star. It's
weird,
ridiculous, but
redonkulous.
Yeah. It's like, because I didn't pay for the movie, it was okay.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't find myself getting invested. I felt more annoyed with a lot of things. She's got this thing. It's not a spoiler. You see it in the trailer, but she has a tomahawk and she throws it. It's cool. She ties a rope to it, and now all of a sudden it's like this rubbery fucking thing, and she can just throw it, and it comes back to her straight away, and she throws it like... But then when she needs to actually use it...
It never works?
No.
No, of course.
That
annoys the fuck out of me.
And it just looks stupid. It really, it's defying gravity for sure. So like just small little things like that. You know how you can get with really bad fight scenes? That's the whole movie.
That's a bad fight scene there.
Yeah, the whole
what
movie.
you just explained just annoyed me. I'm not going to watch it.
I do like the design of the Predator character because I think this is the first time one of those species came to Earth, which is kind of cool, and it's battling these really angry-looking CG animals that are looking kind of like a grizzly bear and kind of like a wolf, and like small things all the time where I'm like, no, why?
Just
why?
keep chipping away at your patience. Yeah.
And then like, oh, let's make the white man really mean and bad, and it's just like over the top, and it just doesn't work. They don't sell it.
Yeah.
So
like not a good enough actor and direction for it.
And I also like just saying all that now, I kind of realize why it came straight out on streaming.
But again, also for those that don't know, since we did release Jean-Claude Van Damme episode earlier, he was supposed to play, or he was playing the Predator,
he was.
The first original one with Arnold, but then he found out that he wasn't going to do any martial arts and he was going to be in that stupid costume.
Yeah.
For him, stupid. And he left the
but
whole
it
thing.
was a stupid costume. Did you see?
Yeah. The original
because
one
it's
is
not
like
at all what it ended up being. So it's looked like a big praying mantis, like but pink. I don't know what. They were gonna do something with it, add some filter on it. It just looked so stupid. And I think everybody just realized that it wasn't working. But so cool that it was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Insane, but he left.
So, So actually, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the movie
together.
Yeah.
That we never got to see in that way.
Yeah.
That it was intended to be seen.
But then it just ended up being one of the best action movies of all time. Yeah.
You're bleeding, man. I don't have time to bleed.
Oh man, every
every line is basically that.
Yeah.
Dylan, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I got you pushing pencils over at blah blah blah.
If it bleeds, we can
kill it. You ugly motherfucker.
Yeah. And of course, we do have a few callbacks, which kind of feel stupid in this movie, but a tribute to what was before. So I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy this a lot more than I did.
I've heard good things. Like it's the best Predator since the first one.
Yeah, and I think like they're taking
overselling.
Yes.
That's how you make a movie suck for everyone.
Because I even saw that somebody wrote that it was better than the original first one.
Okay,
and
calm
that's
your
just
tits.
like seriously, no.
Okay,
no.
I have a movie that kind of is. So I've seen horror movies now.
Me too.
But it's only zombie movies apparently. No, but my daughter wanted to see, because we were home alone, just her and I, and we were like, oh, well, let's watch a movie together. And she was like, I just want to watch horror. And I was like, okay, you pick one. And we watched, we're going to watch 28 Days Later.
Oh, okay.
But we started and it kind of sucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was such a slow start, and the quality was garbage, and I think it's intentionally recorded really bad.
I think it's like an indie movie.
Yeah, it is, and it was such a hard watch.
Oh, really?
That we fucking just moved on. Like, it started getting a bit interesting, but it's a slow fucking start. So she didn't have the patience for it. I was just like, choose something else.
Yeah, I think nostalgia for you would have made
No. For me, I think I would have enjoyed it, but she wants a bit more snappier. She wants the zombies to begin, doing their thing immediately.
Of course.
So we jump
exactly.
So we go over to the Korean section and we watch Alive, I think it's called.
Or is it #Alive? No.
Yeah,
maybe
it is. It is #Alive.
Okay. Yeah.
So we start watching that
on Netflix.
Yeah, it's
like the
you see like a zombie climbing upwards or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's a drone shot from the movie, which is fun.
Cool.
Yeah. My daughter was like, "That's a shot from the cover."
Awesome.
And the fun thing here, I think, was watching it with my daughter. The movie was meh for me, but I see why she loves it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it has whatever the fuck we saw in movies back then. She's seeing it right now, and she's really into horror movies like we were back then.
You should introduce Evil Dead.
Oh, dude, I don't know if that's like, I don't know. She doesn't mind. She's seen like It 1 and 2, not a problem.
No, but just like because it's more comedy and fun.
No. She doesn't want. She wants scary, like scary. She just doesn't want dolls. She can't do like Child's Play and all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dolls fuck her up.
There's a new Child's Play coming as well.
Dude, there's a show.
What?
Yeah, there's a TV show, like series of
Chucky.
Yeah. Child's Play fucking show. I was like, what? I don't remember.
It just never ends.
Yeah, it never ends.
Yeah.
So not interested. but
Alive,
we watched Alive, and it's about this kid that's a gamer, And he like wakes up in the morning and, you know, like there's a note like, oh, buy some food. Me and the rest of the family will be back, you know, tomorrow or something like that. And then the zombie apocalypse kind of happens. And it's more like 28 days later, which was fun because we were watching that before, where everyone gets enraged.
Oh, okay.
So it heightens rage and people just go crazy. And you know, he's locked in the apartment. He's like, okay, well, how much food do I have then? Because it said go shopping, and he should have, but he didn't. I don't know if he played video games in between there and what happens. And, you know, he doesn't have a lot of food, and he's barricaded him inside. Day 1, day 2, it's fine, you know. And then he does like this, I don't remember on what day, but he does like an Instagram post. And, you know, and it says like, I need to stay alive, or like there's a tagline to the alive thing, you know, that pre-thing. And at some point, like a zombie tries to break into his apartment and his food breaks, you know, and then he has to do something, and that kind of what drives the story forward.
Nice.
And it wasn't the best movie, but I would say Korean movies, like the acting is like meh, but not as well. You know what I mean? It has these moments that are in Squid Game as well, where they're really good. Like there's a moment, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone if you want to watch it, but it has its moments, and the zombies are really well done, and the twitchiness and stuff like that. It's really good.
Cool.
Like they do everything really well, but it feels like, how do I explain this? It feels like a movie done for teens.
Yeah.
But it's super, like, the zombies are terrifying, and, you know, and it's not overly gruesome, but it kind of is still. You know what I mean? Like, the zombies are scary.
Yeah.
But the movie feels like it was done for kids. Like, it's such a weird thing, but
Is
it's
it
well
super
done.
bloody or not?
Yeah, it is.
Or do they kind of
No,
shy
it is.
away?
No. The blood is there. Everything is there. I don't think it is like they don't bite like a chunk off your face, but they're still, you know, like they cut off hands and stuff like that.
Okay.
But not enough of that happens for me to enjoy it. And it's not that I want the gore. I just want even more stakes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point in this movie, like the zombies are so like clever that it annoys me, because they're like outside of the balcony, like just walking around like idiots, and then suddenly they hear a noise and they're like, I know what floor that is, so they just walk up to the floor, pick out the right door.
Yeah, how?
Yeah, how? Because previously they're like, oh, they're blind or something like that, or deaf or whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember anymore. But so they go against their own rules that they've set up.
Yeah. Okay.
And it gets annoying, and
Yeah.
now they can just like pinpoint fucking GPS location. So that annoyed me a bit. But otherwise, it has its moments. Like, it has some cool moments and some really dark moments, and the end, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that kind of, it fits with the Prey, the movie.
Yeah.
Same. Like, it just goes against a bit of the stuff that it sets up.
Yeah.
And it
And that
becomes
is
kind
the
of
wor-
stupid.
Yeah.
And you're like, but okay, wow.
And
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were gonna compare to like Train to Busan,
Mm.
which is they make choices that don't feel dumb. In this movie, they do make choices that are dumb. You know what I mean? Like, they fall into that trap.
Yep.
We're like, oh yeah, now they're gonna do this. I was like, why didn't they just, you know, not do that? Like, why did they do the dumbest way?
Yeah.
So they kind of like shoot themselves in the foot in that way. But it was okay.
Yeah.
So if you have kids that love zombie movies, this is not for them, but it's still.
What
But
did
I don't
Noelia
give-
think? She really enjoyed it, or
Yeah, she
was it okay?
loved. No, but that's the thing. She really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
And also after that, we were still alone. We were like, okay, well, Mom and Dean are coming in like 2 hours. What do you want to do? And she was like, let's watch another one. I was like, okay. I saw Final Destination on Amazon looking for Van Damme movies. And I was like, let's try like something for my like teens. And we watched Final Destination, because there were teens in Final Destination. So I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
All the teens look dumb here compared to her movie. So we watched Final Destination, which is, we're going to spoil it, but it's about a kid being able to see shit happen before it happens.
Yeah.
And kind of avoids death. But the way that death works in this movie is that if you avoid death, it'll just come back around and try to kill you again, and it never stops.
Yeah, death has a plan.
Yeah, and
if you break that plan, you're still a part of the plan.
You're still part of it. The plan has not changed.
No.
You will go down.
You're dead.
But the premise is a lot of fun before you find out, you know, and like, except for some really like poor acting in just some instances, like it's really good. We also really laughed. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm Officer Shrek from the FBI. Me and my daughter both laughed. So like, who the fuck is called Shrek. Except
really?
Shrek? Yeah. So FBI Agent Shrek was funny. But the movie kind of works, you know. It still has like a couple of dumb things like it normally does,
but it's also really dark at times.
Yeah, dude, it is so dark, and it has like some cool like premises and things that it explores within that like theme. Like when they just survive in the beginning, and they're having this sort of like the in memory of everyone that died at school and shit, and that kid that kind of survived and saved the other, I don't know, 4 kids, like he gets shunned and like, you know, the teacher's like, I'm scared of you. Yeah, exactly. And,
more or less.
So there's like some of that psychology that they don't dive enough into, but it's still there enough to, you know, give you those thoughts at least in the back of your head.
And what I love is the whole, you know, the setup for the kills.
Yeah.
That it's so inventive with some. That it's just
fun.
like this thing happens that, you know, makes that happen, and that like a domino thing.
Yeah.
And it's so clever at times. And then when they kind of
figure it out.
Yeah. And it's like he's trying to just see all of these things himself. But then.
But dude, you know. It's when it starts. The foreshadowing is so heavy.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 90s foreshadowing, or like it's maybe it's early 2000. I don't know.
It's like plastered on a fucking poster.
Dude, yeah. it's like everywhere.
Right
Yeah.
But still, I love that.
But I feel like Final Destination is a movie that does, like, they're going to botch it, but I think that's one of those movies where you could make another type of movie out of that concept, you know, like it's a fun concept.
They made 5 of them.
Yeah, and but that's what I mean.
But I've
like,
only seen the first 2
I've
or
only
3,
seen
maybe?
1 or 2.
Can't remember if I saw the Carnival one. You know, the...
No, I have not seen that. Maybe on TV at some point, like it went by, but
I think it's a roller coaster that sort of derails and kills.
But that's my problem when they go so big. You know what I mean? They again, like the Marvel movies, they're like, okay, now we did Infinity War, now we need to up that. Like, no, you step back now, and then you start building up again, because otherwise it's just, you know.
You can't keep building on the top. Like, you've reached godlike mode.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are you going to go from there?
But
like,
that was my problem.
You were lucky that you got
but
that
Black
far.
Widow.
Yeah.
Like, it could have been such a down-to-earth movie. Yeah. But instead they had to fall out of this fucking castle in the sky, and the castle is falling apart. And it's like that, like that scene from Saints Row the game, where you're falling through the sky and you jump into tanks.
That's actually a perfect comparison.
It's such a dumb
It's a Saints Row movie.
Yeah.
Because there are no stakes.
There are no stakes, and it's just humor.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. And it works in Saints Row because they're playing, like, you know, some fucking Aerosmith music or whatever.
And it's meant to be stupid.
And it's supposed to be over the top stupid. And then they do it in Black Widow, and you're like, why?
I'm actually really looking forward to the new Saints Row game that's coming out. Like, it looks really good.
But they've been fun. Like, if you just focus on the story, because the worlds have been quite empty and pointless. Yeah. But the actual gameplay and stories are kind of fun.
Yeah.
Dude, I really enjoyed the Saints Row All Saints Day, I think it was called, like the 3rd or 4th one. That's the one I played, like one of those.
I've only played the 4th one, and that was President. What was it called?
I don't remember, because it starts off really like you're in this mansion, you're the president or something like that. And then I think at the end, like there are like, I don't know if it was UFOs, but these special like military with like lasers and shit. And you can have like hover bikes and shit. Like it just it gets totally crazy.
Is it the one where you're in the simulation? And you get superpowers, so you can jump really high, kind of fly, run really fast, get super strength.
No, that's not.
Because that's the only one that I played.
Okay.
I think that's the 4th one.
Because that has only happened when you're watching. Okay. Now, the only one where that happens in the game that I'm talking about is when you're chasing the hackers or when you're in the computer sort of world.
And this one is just the whole game is that, and you're just trying to break their simulation.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
The whole point, you have this person outside helping you, and you're just getting upgrades, and it's, of course, ridiculous.
Yeah,
so you're punching cars that explode, and you're just running like the Flash and jumping.
Yeah, but that's awesome. The fun thing about these games. I just didn't enjoy doing a GTA running around and doing nothing because that's no fun. There's nothing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the actual missions, like in the game that I played, you're in the space station and you're climbing on the rocket and they're playing "I Would Stay Awake." Just to hear you breathing, and it's so fucking perfect.
Yeah, and it's like, see you, boss. We love you, boss.
And
like everybody's coming. Yeah,
it's so good.
It's actually that game.
It is that game. Yeah. Okay, well then we play the same game, I guess. But the best part is at the end of that game, like they have this like the "I need a hero."
Yeah.
Like you just like drive to the final mission, and then you just like dun 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 dun, and you get to do two choices: stop them or them.
Yeah.
So you get a choice, and then when you're driving, like. They build it up so perfectly because they know what makes this like an epic moment, and they're just throwing it all in there. You know, they bought rights to good music, they put it in the right place. They have Aerosmith and that song. You know,
you have the dildo gun,
or the baseball dildo. Like you have it all, and it's just they just know what over the top is. Like it's a fun game series for sure. And they're usually basically for free at like every now and then.
Yeah, so, that's why I got it. I think I paid.
Yeah, I think I bought one and
$7
got the other one for
or something.
free. Yeah,
$6.
Yeah,
it was
it's
amazing.
Nothing. Yeah. So and they're a fun play.
And they're on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, and you don't have to do all the side stuff unless you want to. But just playing the main missions, like it's enjoyable.
Yeah,
it's stupid, and the new one looks. Like more stupid,
but also really polished and good.
It just keeps getting better. It's I have nothing bad to say about them. I think the first and second one were super boring because they felt like a GTA clone, and it was fun to spray some poop from a van, but it was a dirty
that
clone.
only gets you so far.
That only gets you so far. Yeah. So they really found their own voice at some point, and they're a fun play through. So try them out.
Do it.
From the third one and onward, though, not further back. Maybe not even the third one anymore because it's been a while.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe it is All Saints Day.
All Saints Day might be the one, yeah. I don't remember anymore, to be honest.
Or is that just the Boondock Saints movie?
Oh, shit, maybe that is. Yeah, the second one. Shit, maybe we mixed those up.
But I saw... a movie that I thought was going to be a shit movie that turned out to be a lot better than I thought. I think it was originally a Netflix original, but I didn't find it on Netflix. I had to rent it. But it was on... I just got this like urge to watch a movie with sea creatures, you know, like a sea monster.
Yeah.
And then I Googled, and then I got a top 10 list.
Which one did you see?
This movie is called, or do you mean the list?
No, the
movie.
That
it's called Sweetheart.
Oh yeah, shit.
So it's from 2019. So it's a
never heard of it.
It's a newer movie, and it was just on this top 10 list, and I also hadn't heard of it, and I read the premise, and I'm like, that actually sounds pretty cool. So the premise or the story is there's a woman that gets sort of shipwrecked on a deserted island in the middle of the ocean, and it sort of just immediately goes from her trying to just survive this shipwreck, like Castaway, to when it becomes night, she gets a little visitor that is this sea creature that comes and wants food. And now she has to survive that during the night, but during the day try to escape the island. So it's this double trouble.
It's like Wilson trying to kill you every night.
Yeah,
but
more or less.
He's a sea creature.
But it's so simple because it's pretty much just this woman and this creature.
That's such a great way, like a premise.
Deserted island. Yeah. So it's super cheap, and it is super cheap. But they put the effort in, and the sea creature it's okay. Like it's not too cheaply made. It still feels...
It's not Velocipaster cheap.
No, definitely not. There's still quality there. And I think it's a universal like production, you know. So I had to rent it, but it was super cheap. It was like $2, you know, very, very cheap.
Well, it's fun when they make movies with a good premise and then they do them well, where you see the potential of it and it doesn't bother you.
And watching a movie like this really inspires you as well, because it's like, oh, it's so simple, but it works. It's like you could make a dozen movies just like this
and still have a really good movie.
Yes, and it would never really get tiresome, you know, it's just really great. Of course, they could have done better in certain departments here and there, but... Yeah. All in all, Sweetheart, one word, from 2019. Solid, I really, really enjoyed it. I guess like 6.5 out of 10. But
that's still good for a low budget.
Both me and Sana enjoyed it. It had its suspenseful moments, and really enjoyed it.
Shit, what else did I watch? What did I say that I watched? I saw, Final Destination, that one.
I mean, we're saving the best one for last, I guess. And you've seen more of it than I have.
Oh, yeah, I've seen way more.
So...
let's see. Let me just look through my list here. Oh, yeah, I saw the new Turtles movie.
Oh, you saw that? Fuck, I haven't seen it yet.
I had seen half when I wrote to you guys to watch it.
Actually, Thomas told me about it when I was tattooing him. And I was like, what? There's a new Turtles movie?
So it is the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is after the Nickelodeon one. This is the next sort of like evolution of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and it's a 2D animated.
Yeah, 2D animated like show, and it's a bit different. The characters have a different dynamic now. So except like Raphael is the leader here.
Oh.
Their body types differ. Raphael is the leader, very big leader. He's like giant compared to the other ones.
Oh, okay.
And Leonardo is the asshole.
What?
Yeah, and it's a fun show. The only thing I don't like about this show is Master Splinter. That is a slob.
What?
He's a slob and one of those, you know, like moms in movies that just watch like Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, okay.
You know, like with that's what he feels like in an annoying sense, though. And like he can fight and everything, but I just don't like his character at all. Like
he's supposed to be the most likable.
Yeah, he has no redeeming qualities.
He's the glue,
in my opinion. In the show.
Yeah.
Like in the movie, he doesn't take that big of a part for you to care enough.
Yeah.
And also in this version of the Ninja Turtles, they have weapons that are not normal. So if you've seen the show, you don't have to see the show to watch the movie. But the premise of the movie right now, at least, is that Casey Jones is sent back from the future because, you know, the apocalypse has happened.
To prevent the apocalypse.
To prevent the apocalypse, he has been sent back so that 40 years or something from then, things won't go to hell. Or whatever it is. And it's a really good fucking story. Like, I really enjoyed it, and I need to rewatch it in English because my son wanted to see it in Swedish. But I saw the trailer in English, and it's so good. And like the Swedish dub is so good that I didn't really mind.
Okay.
But I want to see it in its original language as well, because there's always something lost. But it was surprisingly well animated, and when there are fights and stuff, like it's so quick and well done.
Cool.
That I was like super impressed. And just to spoil one of the weapons is that if you've not seen the show, Leonardo has swords that are also portal makers. Because that's a thing. Like these Ninja Turtles are very different from like prior Ninja Turtles. So they have these like outer like different dimensional weapons that they got through a different universe from the show. And Leonardo's swords are like, if I throw one sword, I can teleport to it with my other sword.
Oh.
And I can also cut open like portals.
Damn.
So he can, like portals jump and do a lot of cool shit like that.
Awesome.
So it is really cool, and I think that is the coolest weapon of them all. Portal swords is awesome. The only thing that this movie suffers from is they have weapons and solutions. Like the weapons that they have in their hands, the ones I'm talking about, those are not the weapons that I'm talking about. They have solutions to problems that they're not using, which is a bit annoying. Because they figure it out like halfway through the movie and they never use it again. So that annoyed me so much. But it's the one thing that annoyed me, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
And we get the Krang, because Krang hasn't been part of this movie or the show.
Okay.
Yeah, they have different enemies in this one. And it's, hit and miss, but it's fun to see Krang and a different take on him.
Sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I was going to watch it, and then I was just too tired.
Yeah, so at first I was like, "Oh, that's not Krang," and then I was like, "But it's kind of Krang." And
did you say Krang?
Yeah, no, and it's so better. It's so much better than the real Krang. Like
sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm probably gonna watch it tonight.
It was fun. It was a fun watch, like really fun watch, and it's like 1.5 hours of fun.
Perfect.
So it is,
and just good to see a good animated movie again, like proper animated, not like 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna give anything away. So
because everything you said, I saw on the actual
you see it
preview
on the fucking
clip.
preview. Yeah. So it's a fun little movie to see.
Nice.
Like it was one of the better Ninja Turtle movies.
All right.
Although I do enjoy the live action ones.
Yeah.
With can opener, Shredder, and all of them.
Yeah. Oh man, I just heard. The guy that plays Reacher is Raphael in the Michael Bay Turtle movies.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know
because I was like, I recognize Reacher. Like I really recognize him, but I couldn't place him. And then I just saw a clip on YouTube today where he went on this gigantic spiel on how fucked they got playing the turtles. Because they play, like Andy Serkis play Gollum, like he's just an animated character in a movie with live action people, actors. They were treated as animated characters, kind of. So, like, they didn't even get picked up and left at the studio lot.
That's so dumb.
They didn't get any sort of benefits at all. They didn't get any money, more or less. Like, they just got
crazy.
Fucked. So many people passed on these roles.
What?
Because there was no money. And they just got treated like shit for both of those movies.
What?
Yeah, it's horrible. So they didn't even get invited to the fucking premiere. They didn't get to go to the premiere of their own movie.
Yeah.
The guys that play the Turtles didn't get to go. And then the producers, when they went on the premiere, said like, they didn't want to come. Or like they just made bullshit excuses for him. It's horrible.
Yeah, that is
I had no idea.
But Seth Rogen is making a Ninja Turtles now. So, yeah.
Hopefully. And
I think it's a live action one as well.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure like if it was animated or not. The logo looked super animated.
Yeah.
So I was like, is it going to be animated? Or we'll see.
I mean, he's done more or less just
cool
good comic book stuff.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, if we can get a good Turtles movie again, that would fucking be the best.
Dude, the best.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm a bit, like, I hope he's not, we'll see. Like, let's not say anything.
Will Smith.
And just, Will Smith.
Yeah. But just going back to more horror stuff, which is the last two things that I've seen, both on Netflix. One is really, really good, and one is not that good. The not that good one is Come Play, and it's about, like, the premise of the movie, it's got a good idea. It's about an autistic kid that is not able to speak yet. So he's speaking through his iPhone, or like an app through the iPhone, and he's all alone, so he's doesn't have any friends, and it's about like a monster that just wants company. And the monster is in the phone. So being that people today just spend time with their apps or phones has created this monster within the phone.
That's fun.
And then it's trying to just get somebody in to sort of come play, I guess. So it's like it's a
So
scary.
it can pull people into the phone?
That's the crux of this whole thing, is that like it's based off of a scary child's book or something, and you need to finish the story to make this thing come alive and come into our world,
So you can kill it.
so it can snatch you and come out.
Okay.
And for some stupid reason, everybody just feels like they need to read the full story all the time, even though it's like right there in the beginning.
Okay.
If you finish the story, he's gonna come alive and fucking kill you,
Yeah,
more or
yeah,
less. And people just be
Oh, dumb.
so extremely dumb. But the cool thing here is that you can only see this creature through the iPhone. Like if you bring out the camera,
Oh, okay, cool.
So
So,
you-
it's like that video game that I can't think of the name of. You can't
Slenderman.
see,
No?
No. It's an older game.
Oh, okay.
Where the camera is your weapon.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, I
You're
don't-
just walking around with
yeah,
the
exactly.
camera
You bring out your camera
to
and
see.
then I don't remember like if you can capture them in photos or whatever the fuck that thing
Yeah,
is.
I never
but
played it. I just saw.
I
I've seen-
had the demo or I got it for free on PlayStation, but I
Yeah.
can't do horror games.
But yeah, it starts out pretty good and then just ends up being really, really bad, I would say.
Yeah.
Even the CG and stuff is not that good. Like if you don't have anything else to watch, go ahead if you like horror movies.
Or watch anything else that we've recommended.
And it's the blonde from Community is like the big star.
This is this movie.
Yeah,
okay,
it's that
okay,
movie.
okay.
So I wouldn't really recommend it, but
Greta.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the one that I want to recommend is called Run, and it's I never look up any of the actors that I don't know the name of. But if you've seen Nurse Ratched, I think is the show, or American Horror Story, you're gonna recognize the lead. But it's about a mother and her daughter is in a wheelchair and has all of these different sort of ailments, asthma and a lot of other asthma. But then just one day she gets kind of a new pill added to her daily pills, and she's like, "What is this?" And then she starts questioning, like, "Am I really sick, or is mom making me sick?" And that is the whole premise of the movie.
Very cool.
She acts the fuck out of this role, and it's so good. It's really, really good.
And it was called Run.
Run, yes, which is also fun because of the kid being confined to a wheelchair.
Fun run.
Yeah, very fun. It's a super simple movie. It's it's just pretty much the mother and the daughter, and it's in a house.
Psychological thriller.
Very much, but it
Works.
it's so tense, and it just gets really.
That's nice.
Yeah, and it fucks with your head a bit, and it's like, is it not? And yeah, so that's a big solid recommendation right there. I would say it's probably more of a thriller than a horror movie in that sense, but it is like kind of terrifying in a way.
Oh, dude, I think thrillers are more terrifying normally than horror movies. So.
And this just feels very real in a way.
But that's what I
because
mean. Like the more real they
it's
can.
not
sort
like
of,
your iPhone trying to kill you now. It's like this person that you've depended on your entire life might actually not be helping you.
Exactly. They're fake. Like they're just lying.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. Try to watch it if you have Netflix, and like seriously, I would even rent it if you didn't have Netflix.
Yeah.
Run. And
I haven't seen anything else that I can think of.
Yeah,
except the show.
The thing. Yeah, and that's the only thing I have left as well.
Sweet. Let's dive straight into it.
Let's do it. Yeah. So
deep.
So I've only seen the first episode,
Yeah,
so
I will not spoil it.
We can't talk way too much about it, but yeah, The Sandman. The Sandman is finally out on Netflix. We're a few weeks late, sorry. This is what happens when you're doing summer specials and you have time off and stuff. But just my initial impression of the show is that I really enjoy it. I think it's a solid quality, good looking, good acted show.
Yeah.
It's just strange enough to be intriguing and not strange enough to be like, come on. It's kind of perfect in that way. At least,
as far as you've seen.
Yes,
the first time.
Exactly.
No, but it's off to a good start. It definitely is. I've seen 7 out of the 10 episodes, and I can attest to that it is good.
Nice.
But it is like there's so much lore in the Sandman like comic that I have not read.
Yeah, same.
So I don't have the problem if it is close to the source material or not. But like having not read it, I feel like there is a lot of stuff that is not being told here.
Oh, okay.
That I would like to have some background to, because there is no clear enemy. There are, people that, or like people, like entities that are plotting and that are doing things. And it is interesting. And it does, like, there's one episode, without spoiling anything, that does dive into like some nice concepts about hope, dreams, and sort of like what that would be. But I just want more of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
Yep.
it is such a good, and that episode does become fucked. Like it is like that episode really takes its time with the concepts, whereas other concepts are a bit more loose.
Yeah.
Like they just like sort of just walk past it and you're like, I want more.
Yeah.
But like on and off, like there are some strong episodes in there, and I just can't wait to see where they take this, like the season finale for this show. But like I love the main guy, like the Sandman.
Yeah, he looks like the little stuff that I have seen from the actual comic book. I think
they fucking nailed it. Like if you've seen how they've
great.
drawn Dream as well, like this casting is perfect.
Yeah, and the environment and how it's shot and how it's like, it just feels like they've actually taken some of the panels from the comic book, like the way they framed it and stuff, just looks really good. So the attention to detail, I think, is on point.
Yeah.
Again, this is also me coming from the same place as you, not having read
it.
don't know anything about the comic apart from how legendary it is.
It is, yeah. And I worked at a comic book shop where I sold this comic, but I have not read it myself.
Yeah. So, like, it's one of those that I wanted to buy, but it's just so thick. It's just one of those.
It's so much.
I don't know how many issues were released, but it just felt like it kept going on forever.
But it is one of those, like, recommended. But the thing is, the drawing style never kind of appealed to me enough for me to want to buy it.
No, same. Like, it was a little bit too trippy.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a cool thing. Like, maybe now,
that I'm more into story and don't really, like, I care about the art, but it's, like, a good story is more than its, images, I guess. It carries itself in a different way.
Yeah.
But worth kind of exploring, because I really, really like the little tidbits that it drops us.
Yeah.
But it's way too little for me. Like I want so much more. But
like
you have to.
Kirsten Dunst in Interview with a Vampire.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I'm a brat. Oh man, I hated her so much in that show.
Yeah, of course.
But it's a Kirsten Dunst thing.
Yeah. Also a great movie if you haven't seen it.
It's a great movie. Yeah. Or I think it is a great movie.
Yeah. Also dubbed in Swedish. It's fantastic. Or German or Spanish or Russian.
Or any other language. Yeah.
And we had a blast looking at
it. Oh yeah, when he was dancing and singing in Spanish. The best scene in the fucking movie.
Oh, stupid.
But no, I really recommend The Sandman. It feels like an honest interpretation of, what came before.
Yeah.
And excited to see where they take it. Like, I haven't decided. I think I'm going to rewatch it again at some point and just see it in, like, one go.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe dive into the source material a bit, like, if it's accessible somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely, like, if you just sort of YouTube, you're going to get full explanations of so many different things and theories.
But that's what I don't want.
Yeah.
I just want to read the thing.
Yeah.
But those are good. I like doing those after you've seen a movie.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, yeah, I didn't think about that, or that is good.
And what I love is that Neil Gaiman himself is a part of this show and really there. I don't know if he's a director or just
advisor or like
or maybe he's a co-writer or something for the show, but he's been there throughout the whole thing, overseeing everything so that it's been treated with the utmost respect as far as I've heard and seen. Like, so I can't wait to keep
I can't say
watching
anything and I don't want to say anything, but there are some fun concepts in this movie that they tackle that would be fun exploring more.
Yeah.
Like, and no, I can't say anything.
It's fun that you said moron.
Moron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of morons,
let's wrap this bitch up.
Yeah, we're tired, and I seriously just want to get one bullseye today. So
yeah. I got 10. 10.
Thank you guys for listening, as always.
So much
and,
to our rants.
Please feel free to comment and share and do stuff at the Discord
or outside
whatever.
of it,
or just yell it out your window. I don't know.
Exactly. Skip it bop, doobity bop, doobity bop, people.
Have fun and be free and
blah blah blah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Baguette magique, motherfuckers.